Welcome to A's Linguistics. This channel is about all things linguistic, discussing topics in phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and sociolinguistics. So let's see what we've got today. If I say John saw Mary versus Mary saw John, what is the difference? It's the same words, right? But they mean different things. Same words, different orders, different meanings. Why? Because order matters. And when you talk about order, you're talking about linearity. It means language is linear. Let me go back to the example I had in the beginning of last discussion. Do you remember pat as opposed to tap, as opposed to apt? So this also speaks to the linearity of language. Of course, it speaks to discreteness in the sense that each of these words consists of three discrete phonemes, three discrete sound units, but it also speaks to the fact that these discrete sound units can be combined in different ways. They can be strung differently, they can be sequenced differently. And order matters because you cannot utter a, pa, ta. We don't have a writing system that puts sounds on top of each other. Sounds follow each other linearly. So if I say taps, it makes sense. It's plural, right? And the S should come at the end of the string. So I say, how do you indicate plural in English? You indicate it by using a se, but you don't use it in the beginning. You use it at the end, right? You don't say stab for the plural of tap. The plural of tap is taps because this is a suffix. It has to come at the end. Again, at the end of the string. Linearity, order. Because in a way you can say spoken language is one-dimensional because it flows through time. So order matters at different levels. At the phonological level, at the morphological level, at the syntactic level. It's an essential part of language. When it comes to morphology, the fact that language flows one-dimensionally through time in a string, in a continuous string, imposes restrictions on the use of language. If I say happy and then I say unhappy, it's okay. Like, you know that it's happy and then it became unhappy. But if I say unhappily, the question is it unhappy plus ly? Or is it un plus happily? Which one? Do we attach un first or do we attach ly first? How we analyze these words has to do with linearity. So we know that it's happy, then unhappy, then unhappily. So first it is happy, then it is unhappy, then it is unhappily. Okay, this is the use of bracketing to indicate the order, but it's a bit confusing, right? And when you have like many units, it kind of becomes complicated. That's why I can present the same thing in a different way by using diagrams. So we can say we have a word which is happy, which is an adjective, okay? Then we have prefix un, which attaches, and then it becomes unhappy, which is an adjective. And then there's a suffix ly, and then it attaches to this to create unhappily. So this speaks to the discreteness of language and to the linearity, because of linearity we have to establish a hierarchy. Hierarchy in the sense that which affix means it's an umbrella term that covers both prefix and suffix and a bunch of other affixes. So again, language, because it is linear, we need to establish a hierarchy in the sense that we need to answer the question which part attaches first. So if we attach un as well as ly to the word happy, which one is attached first? Because that makes a difference in the way we interpret language. The hierarchical organization of what? Of morphemes. The hierarchical organization of morphemes matters because of the linear restrictions. So linearity, hence hierarchy. Maybe you may not be convinced by now. So I want to actually give you an example when it actually matters so much. The word to lock, so as a verb, you can attach the suffix able and make it lockable, right? And then you can attach un, the prefix, and make it unlockable. What does it mean? That which cannot be locked, okay? But again, if you do something else, if you attach the prefix un to lock as a verb, then you say unlock and then say unlockable. Here it means that which can be unlocked. So these are two different meanings. That which cannot be unlocked. So first you have to form lockable, right? So you say lock, verb, able, suffix, right? Lockable, what is it? Adjective, right? Lockable, that which cannot be locked. Then you add un. Then this is prefix. Then you have unlockable, which is again an adjective. But for the other one, which is that which can be unlocked, so first you have lock as a verb and you have un as a prefix, then you have unlock as a verb, okay? Then here you add the suffix, then it becomes unlockable, which is an adjective. Do you see the two trees differ? So these are two different patterns of meaning, two different meanings, two different senses. And it matters which what is the hierarchy? You have to figure out the hierarchy of morphemes because language is linear. Because language is linear, we establish in our mind the hierarchy doesn't exist externally, it exists cognitively in our mind. The way you perceive the meaning, it means the way you reconstruct the hierarchy, the morphological hierarchy in your mind. The word is the same, unlockable, unlockable. But depending on context, you attribute different hierarchical organizations. And those different hierarchical structures determine the meaning. So the tree diagram is a way of representing this knowledge. Thanks for your time and attention, and see you again soon.